Hi everyone, I'm going to show you how I knit the Snowman mobile phone cover from start to finish. I have detailed instructions on my blog for all the materials you need, so let's just get right into it. So grab the color that you will be using for your snowman. I'm using this off-white cream color. Begin by tying a slip knot. Then cast on 20 stitches. You can use any cast on method you prefer. When you have cast on 20 stitches, begin knitting for one row. Starting from the next row, we are going to slip the first stitch in the same direction as the pattern. So in a knitting row, we will be slipping the first stitch knitwise, and in a purling row, we will be slipping the first stitch purlwise. Row 2, slip the first stitch purlwise, then purl for one row. Row 3, slip the first stitch knitwise, knit 6. Then we want to add the brown color. So with brown, knit 6. When joining yarn, I usually grab both ends at the same time, so I don't have to weave in later on. When you finish knitting 6 with the brown yarn, you want to switch color again to cream. Whenever you bring the yarn across, you want to make sure that the yarn that you're about to use is underneath. So in this case, the white yarn will be underneath the brown one. When you do this, just be careful that you don't actually pull too tight or leave it too loose. The goal is to have the fabric able to lay flat, but also you don't want to have it too loose, as it will create holes when you stretch the fabric. If you're familiar with Fair Island, you may also want to carry the yarns along more closely. This is up to you. Row 4, slip 1 stitch purlwise, then purl 6. Now same with previous row. We want to have the new yarn, in this case the brown one, underneath the cream one. Then continue purling 6 times. Once again, if you prefer, you can carry your yarn on the 3rd stitch to make smaller floats. Then using the cream yarn, going from underneath, purl 7. Row 5, begin by slipping your first stitch knitwise, then knit 6. This time we want to add the orange yarn. So exactly the same as when you add the brown yarn earlier. We just join the 2 yarns together. Knit 6 with orange yarn. Then knit 7 with the cream yarn. This time I left my brown yarn where it is and just bringing the cream yarn across from underneath. Row 6, slip the first stitch purlwise, then purl 6 with the cream colored yarn. Then with the orange yarn underneath, begin purling for 6 times. When you change back to cream, grab both orange and brown yarn together so they are above and the cream yarn is underneath. Then purl. Row 7, 8, 9, and 10, we will repeat the previous rows. So with row 7, we are repeating row 3, row 8, repeat row 4, row 9, repeat row 5, and row 10, repeat row 6. So row 7, slip the first stitch knitwise, knit 6, change to brown, knit 6, then change to cream, knit 7. When you find the ball of yarns twist around each other, just untwist them at the end of the row. So this is the end of part 1. Thanks so much for watching, and I hope to see you in part 2.